This office is determined to investigate and prosecute anyone who engages in sex trafficking, no matter how powerful or wealthy or famous you may be.
One of the greatest musicians and rappers of all time, who is also known as Diddy Combs, also known as P-Diddy, has been in the midst of so many crimes, accusations, and now finally he has been arrested by the Federal Bureau of Investigation in the United States. Well, in this edition of Legal News Daily, I'm going to discuss everything concerning what P-Diddy can do, what are the actual crimes put on P-Diddy, and most importantly, what is the way forward for Puff Daddy, or commonly known as Sean Diddy Combs. So let's go into Simply Legal and discuss all the legal issues moving forward. Let's go. Hi everyone, welcome back to Legal News Daily. I'm your usual host Terry Kahuma and the bigger platform which is called Simply Legal by Terry Kahuma. Well, in this edition I'm discussing everything concerning P-Diddy. Now, straight to the point. P-Diddy, as we all know, has been a hit sensation since the 1980s. P-Diddy has had his career blooming and is one of the most successful black men all over the world. Well, he has been arrested and finally charged with a number of crimes and issues. So, number one, we need to look at one of the first issues. P-Diddy has been indicted in the district court in New York. So, number one, what is an indictment? An indictment is basically an official statement or an official charge sheet, which is basically showing the crimes or the criminal counts that have been put on a particular person.
Combs abused, threatened, and coerced victims to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct. As alleged in the indictment, to carry out this conduct, Sean Combs led and participated in a racketeering conspiracy that used the business empire he controlled to carry out criminal activity, including sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and the obstruction of justice.
So we see that Sean Diddy Combs, or Sean Daddy Combs, who is now P-Diddy, has been indicted on 3 counts. So an indictment is a charge sheet which can show all the charges or all the offenses that have been put against you. Number 1, he's being charged for what is called racketeering or criminal racketeering. Number 2, he's also being charged for sexually assaulting women. Another thing is that he's also being charged for sexual trafficking. So a number of issues have been put on P-Diddy, but these are the 3 crimes that have been put on P-Diddy. Now I want to explain what racketeering is. Racketeering is basically an organized group of crime which have set up an official establishment, and then under that official establishment, now like let's say it can be an official company. So racketeering means that I have started Terry Kahuma and Company Advocates, but inside Terry Kahuma and Company Advocates, I am using it for illegitimate or illegal crimes that are happening inside there. Racketeering involves things like sex trafficking. So let's say like these companies that take people for what Ugandans commonly know as cheyo. So if a company wants to take people for cheyo, or like let's say casual work abroad, and they say that we are indeed taking people for cheyo, we're taking them for casual work abroad, and we want these people to get employed. But in actual sense, instead of taking them for cheyo, they're actually taking them for sex trafficking or human trafficking. So P-Diddy is being charged for racketeering, and racketeering also led to the sexual trafficking. So we find that so many counts have been put on P-Diddy, but these are the major ones. So we have racketeering, we have sexual assault, we have sex trafficking, we have coercion, or we have him committing crimes like rape, which have been induced by things like coercion or undue influence. Now, many may not know what coercion means. Coercion basically means you are trying to get a desired result, you are trying to get a deal with someone, or you're trying to convince someone, but you are using force. So force means coercion, by use of excessive force to get whatever you want. So we have number 1, we have coercion, we have rape, we have defilement. A number of underage girls have also come out and said that P-Diddy also defiled them, just like the common case of R. Kelly. We have also men who have come out and said that P-Diddy tried to gay rape them. So we have so many instances where P-Diddy has been involved, especially in sexual crimes of any sexual nature. So what is basically going to happen for P-Diddy? After all these crimes that we have looked at, after everything that we have considered, P-Diddy is basically going to be taken into witness protection. Now, first of all, by them arresting him, we have what is called witness protection. So witness protection is basically you have committed so many crimes against people, or you have put people in jail. Now, the fact that even you've been put in jail, they're going to put you in that same prison. So meaning that so many people want your head, so many people want to eliminate you. So witness protection basically means that we are putting you under exclusive protection. Even if you're a prisoner, you deserve to be protected exclusively. Then we have another legal term called custody. Now, when they're putting any particular criminal under custody, this basically means that we are putting you on remand. Now, as in Uganda, we have what is called remand, but remand is actually a bit different from custody. When they say P-Diddy is under investigation, or is under witness protection, or is under custody, it basically means that yes, he's on remand, but he's in a special kind of remand where so many charges have been put against him, and he needs to be able to go to answer for his crimes. So they're going to start things like mentions, like hearings. The moment the charge sheet and the indictments are put on him or against him, then we're going to find that Sean Diddy Combs is going to have to wear the orange jumpsuit and then start to go and appear in the District Court of New York and answer for all his crimes. Now, last but not least, we have what is called evidence. Now, in the different indictments that the Assistant United States Attorney and the District Attorney of New York, this basically means that by them prosecuting Sean Diddy Combs, for those of you who might not know, prosecution basically means I am taking you to court, I'm taking you to criminal court for the offenses that you have committed. Now, we have what is called a plaintiff versus a defendant. This is just things concerning money. But then in most cases, we have what is called prosecution. So prosecution is on the criminal side. To prosecute someone means that in Uganda, we have what is called state attorneys. So a state attorney is basically a lawyer who is representing the government. For situations where we have the prosecution, this basically means that it is going to be now the United States government versus Sean Diddy Combs, or also known as P-Diddy. So P-Diddy has faced so many issues concerning his former fiancée, Cassie, also accusing him of sexual assault, sexual rape, and a lot of things that he has done according to undue influence. Now, P-Diddy may actually face, I think, a lifetime imprisonment, and in other very tough jurisdictions, in other tough countries, if he were in Saudi Arabia, he would have faced even the death penalty for what he has done. So he has cases of assault, he has sexual assault, he has racketeering, he has sex trafficking, and everything concerning dehumanizing any particular person. In Uganda, the charges would be so many that P-Diddy would never actually leave prison at any one given time, because he would have like 1,000,000 years in terms of the sentencing. Thank you everyone for listening to me. I'm truly Terry Kama. Please let me know what I should talk about in a future video. Until next time, let's see where P-Diddy will have to go. He may actually have to use the Farmeron app for him to be able to get a lawyer who can help him with any kind of situation. Until next time, I'll see you. Bye-bye.